The Alachua County Commission and the Alachua County Sheriff's Office recently cut ribbon on a new jail barracks, which will provide an additional 168 beds for inmates. But the facility will provide much more than that. It is also expected to increase security while reducing jail energy consumption.
This is an important facility for us. It's an accomplishment. We're very proud when we bring things in under budget and in a manner which is going to be of a long-term service to our community. Many of us would prefer to be building something other than a jail, but let's face it, a jail is a necessary function of the criminal justice system in Alachua County, and we need to provide jails that not only meet the needs of the incarcerated, but also that are as economically designed to operate as possible. And so we need to be concerned about civil rights and safety, as well as energy and operational costs, and making sure that we have adequate capacity to handle the situations that come to us. We feel this facility has done that. As county manager, I'm very pleased that we've had a long-term cooperative effort to try to address many of our criminal justice needs. There are other programs that we are attempting to fund that will help divert people from going into this facility. But as you are able to take a tour, you'll see that this facility meets every standard, not only legal standards in terms of its design from a criminal justice standpoint, but it's also going to be, I think, a long-term benefit to the community in terms of its operation and how we can operate it.
I think it's always interesting in local government because we do things kind of methodically and slowly, and you start a project, and so it's always very gratifying when you actually get down the road a year or two or three, however long it takes, and you actually have a built project. And certainly a lot of people are to be commended. I think this is a much more impressive structure than I felt like we were building when we started on the discussion. I know we came in on time and under budget, and I guess editorially I would say I'm sorry we need more jail beds, but I think this is going to give the Sheriff's Department and the jail director a lot of ability to move the inmates, inmates around to the best for their safety and also for the safety of the staff and consideration of all the different issues they deal with out here.
Yeah, in June 2007, we were at the peak of our population thereabouts. We were close to reaching 1,100 inmates, and that was for a facility that had a capacity of 782. So we started, before that even, this was on the radar we knew that there was a need for an expansion, but the design change was made back in the early part of 2007, going from a barrack style to the dormitory style, which again is very important for jail staff and making the proper housing choices based upon the classification of the inmate. This expansion is great, it's well needed. The added plus is that it's a green facility, which is a real plus from an environmental standpoint, but it gives us a definite option and some breathing space inside the facility.
Well, this is our first project when you're talking about going to green, and we're going to save money on energy, major saving money on the energy, and on the lighting and all. So this will help out with the county with their expensive electric bill.
What are the benefits of this program? What this project in turn comprise of? I told you we're going to save and conserve 16 to 17 million gallons of water a year. A byproduct saving by instituting the Icon water reduction device negated in having to install a lift station up on 39th. It required a replacement of the 3.5 gallon toilets that you were accustomed to with 1.6 gallon per flush. That's when the value added to installing this system.
Well, as you can see, these are very tamper-resistant facilities. Of course, a lot of damage can be done, so we try to build and acquire and put into our facilities the sturdiest features that we can have. They also have automatic shutoffs, so they just can't allow the water, for example, to run and run, and that will save money in itself. We also have problems with people trying to flush things down commodes. That's a very difficult process that we have to deal with, and the Sheriff's Office also has facilities like this and constant monitoring by state-of-the-art security. So we feel that we're going to have a very secure facility and also lower operational costs. You can also see it's a dormitory design. Every prisoner that's brought into the jail is classified, and the prisoners in this facility will be prisoners that will be using these types of bunk beds that you see, very secure metal beds. They will be housed in separate areas of the building that have a common viewpoint so that minimal amount of personnel will be able to supervise each of the various areas where prisoners will be divided up and function. So we were very proud of this facility. It's a great day. I'm glad to see it come about. It came about under budget and after a lot of work and a lot of dialogue by many people. And so I hope that this day, as we go through here and see the building that contains the green future that we talked about, the energy conservation efforts, the water conservation efforts, that's the deliberate choosing of an alternative future for a building. And we're doing the same things in terms of how we deal with criminal justice and the incarceration of individuals.
Whoa. They work. Yeah.
Good job. Y'all did it.